How does the IEBC conduct public participation on what is likely to be a direct tender? What options are left for the Commission in deciding which way to go in the printing of ballot papers for the presidential election? In awarding Ghurair that tender, IEBC used their single sourcing, but with the courts having ruled that there was no public participation, how can the Commission proceed given the short time that remains to the August elections? And Ochieng ponders the decisions IEBC may be left with this week.
The High Court ruling on ballot papers was the second time in less than a month that the IEBC has lost a case in the court to the opposition in the run-up to the general election. On June 23rd, the Commission lost their appeal, in which they had wanted the chairman of the IEBC to be able to verify and alter results of the presidential election announced by the constituency returning officer. The ballot printing tender, however, is more complicated, as there are only 29 days to the elections. And it is not the first time there is a fight over the tender. When the Commission decided to use single sourcing, it was because the providers were squabbling over it.
In Kenya, when you have a tender which is more than 1 billion, there are those people who must fight over it. And when they fight, they don't care about the Kenyan people. They only care about the money. They don't care about you and me.
But now it's political, with several presidential candidates themselves opposing it. What next then for the IEBC? After the court found that there had been no public participation in the current one, it has called for public input.
The Commission shall invite the public to submit memoranda on procurement of presidential ballot papers to reach us by 11th of July 2017 by 5 p.m. And this will be followed by public hearings on the 12th of July 2017.
NTV has learned that while the Commission may still go with direct procurement for the printing of the presidential ballot papers, the public participation aspect may be exercised by the Commission getting input from Kenyans and the candidates on the criteria to be used to pick the company that will handle the task.
They are appealing to ensure that the framework for public participation is set out as expected. Because there's no legislation at the moment, as you know. There's no policy which has been set by the Public Procurement Authority. But that needs to be put in place so that we are all on the same page as a country.
The Commission is set to meet the presidential candidates tomorrow morning to chart the way forward. However, for now, it says that all the other ballot papers for the 5 other seats have already been printed by the same contentious company. Andrew Ochieng, NTV.